Hello, everyone. It's another wonderful day in the neighborhood. Or at least I hope so, because we're here another day. I'm Phylecia. You're watching Travel the World as a Speaker. And tonight, we're going to talk about how to market yourself as a speaker, because that's where a lot of us get a little lost. We don't know exactly how to market ourselves when it comes to getting on stage. So before I go ahead and launch into my Instagram, people, I'm going to just check my sound over here. And you're going to hear this intro twice because we go live in two different places. All right, here we go. Hello for everyone on Instagram and for YouTube. I'm Phylecia and you're watching Travel the World as a Speaker, brought to you by iFind You Close, where we actually go out and find speaking opportunities and deliver them to you. Yeah, it's just that simple. So I have a team full of nerdy folks that like to do research. So we actually go out and just find these gigs. But what we're doing today is our daily show in the evening at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to talk about traveling the world as a speaker. Of course, if you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, stick around. If you got questions, put them in. That's what we're going to talk about, because tonight is all about how to market yourself as a speaker. As how to market yourself as a speaker. So what we do on this show, we're going to talk a little bit about speaking, a little bit about traveling, and a whole lot about how you can leverage speaking so that you can travel and maybe grow your business at the same time and make some money. I know that's what we're going to talk about. And we're still brand new. We haven't even done a week of this, so I'm still figuring out the flow of what we're going to talk about, but I'm excited. Because we get to talk about something that is very crucial to a lot of us people who want to leverage speaking to travel or to grow our business. It's the marketing side of it all. This is where a lot of us really fall short. We think that if we just put it on a business card and it says speaker, then magically they will come. They don't come that way. I'm just telling you. They just don't come that way. So you're going to have to do a little bit more. So before we get into this, I want to talk about one of the things that I absolutely love when it comes to traveling. So I got to go back and get my little camera. I know. You get to see me walking around in the studio. And I'm only going to show you my camera because I just want to add a few of the elements of one of the coolest things I get to do while I'm out speaking, and that is I get to take photos. This is my Panasonic Lumix mirrorless camera, and I have been learning everything I can when it comes to becoming a really good photographer or landscape photographer. And that is like the thing that I have been doing, and I absolutely have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed doing so much of it. I think yesterday I showed you a couple of my photos. If you're on Instagram, you can go check me out at Phylecia Jones. I think it's just at Phylecia R. Jones. I think it's just Phylecia Jones on Instagram. And you get to see quite a few of my photos. I'll actually share my screen with you. For those of you who are here on YouTube. And if you don't know what's going on, we actually live stream on our YouTube channel here, where you can find us at ifindyoukclose.com/YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, you here on Instagram, and subscribe. This is where you get to see all the pretty photos. If you are not on YouTube and you're only watching us through Instagram, I love you. I'm going to be here. You're just going to have to use your imagination. And I'm going to have to use my imagination as well to tell you what is going on. But if you want to see all the pretty photos, you got to come over here to Instagram. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just sharing one of the things that I really have enjoyed when it comes to speaking. And that is being able to pretend like I am a landscape photographer. So for those of you who are on YouTube, I'm showing you my Instagram. This is just a private thing that I did, and the reason why I did this, I just wanted to grab my name. Because that's the one thing we have to do when it comes to marketing. You need to go get your domain name. You need to grab your name on all the social channels just so nobody else uses it. I know. And, if you got a unique name like mine, like Phylecia Jones, go grab it so that nobody else takes it from you. And I really didn't have a purpose for this other account on Instagram. So I just started posting my photos. This was kind of my retreat. So when things are getting a little too crazy, like in the world right now, this is where I will retreat from all of the social media, and I only follow beautiful photographers. I get to post my photos from all my travels. I get to play around with editing. and it's been kind of cool. So like I said, this is my Panasonic, I can't even say it, Panasonic Lumix, and it is a mirrorless micro four thirds camera. My husband got it to me for Christmas a couple years ago, so I have been taking photos like crazy, and I still have some photos on my last trip that I need to pull off. But what I do is I try to take some of my better ones, the ones I really love, and I put them on Instagram. And I'm not really good at taking photos of humans because I just haven't practiced. Imagine that. If I practice, maybe I'll be decent. But I don't really take photos of humans, but I love landscapes. So hubby and friends love to go hiking. I mildly like hiking. I can tolerate it. But while we're hiking, I usually try to take some really cool photos and, just get a different perspective. I also use my cell phone, which is a Sony Xperia. Love the camera on there. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love the camera on my Xperia. So this is just something that I do. And when I get to, especially when I go international, unfortunately, I don't take my camera with me. It's too heavy because I'm a one suitcase type person. I'm a carry-on. So I have to be able to take my clothes and everything else. So that way I just lean on my cell phones. That's why I have to have a really good cell phone. But when I'm here in town, if we get to do an RV trip for a speaking gig, I will definitely pull out the camera and just have fun. So, and like, for instance, this was, this little photo here is actually from a trip to Maine, in 2019. Yes, we drove from Colorado to Maine just so I can go to a speaking engagement. But at the same time, we were able to, stop by a couple of national parks. I'm a national park junkie. If you can't figure that out yet. Hey, PETA. I'm probably saying your name wrong. Just let me know if I'm saying it wrong. But hey, thank you for being here. And Zakia, hey girl, how you doing? So for those of you who are joining, we're going live stream here on Instagram and on YouTube. So this is Travel the World as a Speaker, come to you daily. Hey Herdine, how you doing? So I come to you daily in the evening where we get to talk about how you can travel the world as a speaker. So I'm going to give you some tips on leveraging speaking to grow your business, leveraging speaking to get a free trip, leveraging speaking to get whatever you want. So we're going to talk a little bit about travel. So for those of you who are just coming in, you get to hear me tell my travel story first. And then we get into talking about the speaking, because we're going to talk about tonight how to market yourself as a speaker. And this is where a lot of us get really lost. So for those of you on Instagram, I love you. But all the pretty photos are here on YouTube. So if you go to ifindyouclothes.com/YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to 1,000, and you can see what's going on here. But otherwise, you can hang out and just look at my pretty face and just imagine all of these amazing photos. So that's all we're doing right now. And I'm just talking about my other account on Instagram is just Phylecia Jones. So one of the things that I did, and this is one of the first marketing things that I want you to pay attention to, is you need to go and grab your name on some of these social channels. Okay. You go grab your name on some of these social channels. So I have another account that I really don't use for business or anything. I just use it to post my photos from travel on Instagram, and that's Phylecia Jones. So that's what I'm showing over here. But the reason why I did that was because I didn't want anybody to take my name. That's it. I didn't want anybody to take my name on Instagram or on any other social channel. So what I'll do, I'll just create those little accounts that aren't being used, and I just make sure that nobody else has my name. So that's one of the first marketing things I want to tell you when it comes to marketing yourself as a speaker, is that you need to go grab your name in many, many places. If you don't have a domain, ZakiaAjabeta.com, if you don't own that, you probably should. And if you have a unique name like I do, or my friend Zakia, you might want to buy all the different spellings of your name, because nobody spells my name right. Yeah, nobody. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to flip back over to my normal screen here on Instagram. So of course, on YouTube. Of course, if you have any questions, put them in a comment box. And like I said, we're going to talk about how to market yourself as a speaker. So the first thing that I want you to do, if you don't own your name, If you don't own your domain, if you don't own all of these different things, I want you to go buy your domain. I own PhyliciaJones.com, PhyliciaRoss.com, and PhyliciaRJones.com. And sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, but I just wanted to make sure that if anything, I can use those names, when I do go out to speak or when I am introducing myself to someone and they go and do their internet things on me, that at least if they go search my name, it'll redirect to the webpage I want them to go to, or they can go to my speaker page, because that's one of the things we're going to have to do when we're trying to market ourselves, especially if we're trying to leverage it to grow our business. So that's the first thing I want you to think about. The next thing is you got to start looking at all of your assets when it comes to speaking. And the biggest tip that I'm going to tell you is that if you have been speaking, if you have been speaking before, if you've presented, if you trained, if you have not been grabbing those testimonials, you need to grab those now. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because as somebody who would book speakers, I actually look at the testimonials. I look at who the testimonials are from. And, is it somebody who ran an event? If it sounds like it's coming from your mom, I really want to know that, because other people's words about you will definitely sell you. And this is some things that we kind of miss when we go and pay $25,000 to work with a speaking brand coach, and they give you the nice website and you get nice photos. But it doesn't really matter if nobody said anything nice about you, or if they haven't told the world about your skills, or if they haven't written it down. So before you even go and redo your website, make sure the first thing you start off with are the things that will give you credibility. Those are your testimonials. Those are the photos of you on stage. If you have not been on stage, if you have not done all of these things yet, okay, default to what you have. Use what you have. But my folks out here, because my target range, the internet has told me my target range is women between 44 and 65. So if you're 44 years old, you have some experience doing something. Somebody can give you a testimonial. I don't care who. Get your mama to give you a testimony, your kids, somebody from work. This is what I want you to do, especially in the beginning if you're brand new. I want you to get used to the fact of using other people to speak joy about you. All right. You got to get used to that, because a lot of this hustle work that you're going to have to do to market yourself as a speaker is going to be on you. But if other people are singing your praises, that's going to be amazing, because now you can market yourself inside of your network. You can market yourself smaller. You don't have to try to take on the entire world right now. What you'll do is you'll start asking, and then you will have proof. All of this stuff I'm telling you to do or work on is just to give the proof. When somebody says, I'll pick on my friend Zakia, if somebody's looking for a speaker and I was like, oh my gosh, my friend Zakia is amazing, I want you to go check her out. They go to the website and you see that there are testimonials there about her speaking and about her ability to transform a room or to do all these amazing things. So that's what I want you to really to get used to. That is your first level of marketing, is to get other people to talk about you. I know. And if you're struggling with getting those testimonials, you need to figure out a way to go get them. I mean, do video, do an interview. Next time you're in person, turn on your cell phone. I mean, you paid $1,000 for that cell phone. You might as well use the camera. Get the people to do it. Upload it to YouTube. Get the video testimonials. Get the written testimonials. Get the testimonials. That's all I'm trying to say. Get the testimonials, okay? And then the next part, when it comes to marketing yourself, I mean, we can do a whole class on this, but I just want to give you some of the basics of marketing yourself as a speaker, especially if you're starting from scratch or if you're trying to figure out where to start. So we've talked about getting that social proof, the social proof that people absolutely adore you. They send you the DMs. They tell you you're amazing. They give you the testimonials. That's what I really want you to work on. The next thing is I want you to start asking. That's the next thing when it comes to marketing yourself. So marketing is just like kind of, I forget, what's the difference between marketing and advertising? You know what? Marketing versus advertising. This is why we have the internet, y'all. So you don't have to use any brains. All right. So marketing is the process of identifying customer needs and determining how best to meet those needs. All right. And advertising is the exercise of promoting a company and its products. So what I'm pretty much talking about right now is marketing and advertising. Marketing is going to be being able to meet the needs of the audiences you're trying to get in front of. That's why we have the testimonials from similar audiences. That's why we have the photos of photos of you on stage. That's why we do all of those things. And at the same time, it's going to be a little bit about advertising so that you can actively go out and tell people you need to book me as a speaker. So the next thing I want you to do when it comes to marketing yourself is don't be afraid to ask. Ask inside of your network. We've done all the things to identify the audience and to put ourselves out there so that people will know that we are a speaker. The next part is you got to start telling people in your network. OK, you got to start telling folks in your network that, hey, I'm a speaker and I am available. That's what you do. I've done these things before, and I know it may feel corny. It may feel weird. We're all, if I'm correct, we're all very familiar with Mary Kay, right? Mary Kay or any other multi-level marketing sales company. Like, just raise your hand. We've all been a part of one, or we just bought the products. Yeah, we are, and we got that check that one time for $5.35 and we thought we were making money. Yeah. So we've all been a part of multi-level marketing, or we've all been, I won't say a victim. We've all been an accomplice to somebody creating a multi-level marketing business. And one of the things that they always tell you in multi-level marketing is you invite your friends and your family to your first 2 or 3 parties. That's the same thing you're going to do when it comes to marketing yourself as a speaker. You're going to get yourself together, get your assets together, get those testimonials together. It doesn't have to be on a beautiful website. I know Zakiya is laughing. It doesn't have to be on a beautiful website, but what you can do is just send an email out to your family first, then to your friends, and then to your network. All you have to do is say, you know what? I've discovered that I really have a passion for this audience, and I want to deliver my message in front of this audience. Be very clear. We can't just say we're a speaker. We've got to be very clear of the audience that we are trying to serve. Remember, that's that marketing part. We got to serve somebody. All right. So when you send this letter out, you just say, I realize I have a passion for serving this audience, and I'm really trying to get in front of them to share my message of joy, happiness, health, how to have fun on 3 ice cubes, whatever it is. At this time, I am asking for you to look around to anyone in your network or in your circle of influence to see if they are in need of a speaker or a trainer to come and talk about insert blank here. I'm an expert on these 3 things. And if you want more, you can go to my website. That's one. Or you can check out the testimonials that I have attached with the transformation that I bring. Now that's a bold thing to send it out to your family, but you'd be surprised. It works. It works, and you may have to train your family a little bit longer because sometimes, our family doesn't know exactly what we do. Because I think my mom still feels that I'm just like, I don't know, like unemployed and just sitting around the house. That's moms. But what you really want to do is, get them familiar with what you're doing, get them familiar and just start planting those seeds, because you never know. You never know who your mom knows. You never know who your mom knows. You never know who your dad knows, and you never know when you'll come up in conversation and it'll be a better conversation than, oh, my baby is just doing great. My baby is speaking and she helping people doing this stuff. That's what you want your mom to do, when she's bragging about you. So that's why I highly recommend sending out these letters to your friends and family, just so that they'll know what you're doing. Because you never know. It's all about a bite, and all of it is cold. It's going to be cold because I just got to train you, because if we're trying to go out and leverage speaking to get trips, to get paid, to get on TV, to whatever, you're going to have to get used to these cold emails, people. Because like I said, just because you put speaker on a business card doesn't mean they will come a running. I tried that. They didn't start running. I had to go run to them and convince them to put me on stage. And I'll give you one of my examples of what I wanted to do. I'll give you two examples actually, because I really did want to travel. And what I did, and this was inadvertently, I wasn't really trying to do this. I have a friend and he would send out an email, his newsletter for his company, and he would just say, hey, if I can help you with anything, let me know. Now, my brain was like definitely tuned in. If you watched yesterday's show, we talk about being able to negotiate. And part of that show was you got to know what you're trying to negotiate and what you're asking for. By that time, when I really was like gung-ho on, I wanted to speak in the UK, like I was going to figure it out, because even from years before, I was trying to figure out how to go speak and work in the not speak, but how to go do a temporary job in the UK. So when he sent out this email and he said, how can I help you? Now he's in the UK, and I just instantly responded back and I said, hey, my birthday is coming up and I want to spend some time in London. And Zakia, this is when we hung out. I want to spend some time in London, but no, what did I say? I said, do you know anybody who needs a speaker, or do you know of a party? That was my other default. And I just said, do you know of anyone who needs a speaker? And he said, I actually do. This is how I landed my first international speaking gig in the UK. I mean, it was just that simple. Because when it comes down to it, you got to figure out what it is that you want and who you can serve. Now, I had coached with this young man for a while, so he kind of knew exactly what I was about. Hey, Maya, how you doing? Hi, Maya Elaine. We're talking about how I landed my first international speaking gig just by asking. So I worked with this person as through like a coaching mastermind type thing. So they kind of knew exactly what I was about. And when he sent out that email, how can I help you? I just said, hey, do you know anybody who needs a speaker in the UK? And that's how I got my first international speaking gig. So that's the one thing that I want you to get used to, is just that asking piece of it when it comes to marketing yourself as a speaker. Zakia, I can't wait either. You have no idea. You really have no idea. I actually had a speaking gig that was supposed to be in the UK last September. It got moved to this September, but I don't think I'm going to be flying this year. We're going to wait that out and see. All right. So the next thing that I did when I first launched this company, iFind You Close, and now this isn't my idea. I actually got it from another friend over in the UK who kind of walked me through marketing. He is my marketing guru that I just kind of call and like, hey, dude, I need another voice to help me out. He's amazing, amazing. So he had one of his clients actually write cold letters, like old school letters, but she typed them. So it wasn't like handwritten. I mean, is that the sign for handwriting? I don't know. So she typed them out. And inside of it, she attached to this letter 3 testimonials from customers or clients that had worked with her. And she put an entire candy bar in it. And it was that nice chocolate. What is the chocolate at the grocery store that you can't afford? It's like $5. Not the Godiva. I forget the name of it, but it was that type of chocolate. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how much does this cost? It's way too expensive. It's like a penny over in the UK. And I was like, okay, we got to go with some cheap chocolate. But when I first started out this company, and it really wasn't this company, it was just the idea for this. And what I did, I just put down in a letter and I said, and I sent it very warm to people I knew. And I just said, hey, I realized that over the years that I seem to have a gift. People keep telling me that I have a gift for helping them find speaking engagements. So I am launching something where I want to help other people. Do you happen to know anybody else that could use this type of service? If you do, here's how to contact me. And attach I put in my speaker one sheet, and I put in like some testimonials from people that I helped. So on the back end, before I actually launched this is how I got my first consulting clients. And I sent this letter out to 50 people. 50 people. Some people who like had businesses that they referred me to. Some were friends, some were family. I just wanted to like put it out there, and it actually did work. So that was one way, and I was just marketing a business. But, when it comes to telling the world that you are a speaker, telling the world that you are looking to leverage speaking to travel, why not tell them? Why not put it in a letter? Why not tell your family? Why not tell your network that, hey, I'm looking to travel to Monaco. And just by the way, everybody watching this, I'm looking to travel to Monaco in 2022. So if you know anybody who needs a speaker in Monaco, particularly in September through October in 2022, remember me, okay? Remember me. So that's what you kind of have to do. You have to just be bold enough to start asking for what you want. You have to just put it out there. And for those of you, and I've been giving advice for those of you who are kind of in the beginner stage, or you're reimagining everything, you're going to have to reimagine yourself out there on stage, and you're going to have to remind people. Now, we got to also remember that we are dealing with a year of pandemic. Whoo, y'all. This is a year of pandemic, and we have been very virtual. So a lot of people, have checked out. A lot of people had to go have some grace over themselves and get themselves together. And you may actually have to go back out and remind people that you speak. You may actually have to go and remind people that you actually do speak and that you are trying to get on stage. I'm going to have to do the same thing as well, because when I go out and actually get paid to, for my bigger speaking gigs, it's for women in technology events. I'm going to have to go remind people, because we haven't had any events since March of 2020. I'm talking about live events where they're actually going to bring you in. I'm going to have to start reminding people that I'm available. And I've refreshed my talks. I've done all these things. So this is what we have to do. Because a lot of people think as soon as we get our website, well, I'm a speaker, they will come. No, they won't. Nope. You're going to have to do a refresh campaign and keep reminding the folks that you spoke to previously that you're still available to speak, and you've revamped some of your talks. For those of us who are new, you're going to have to just put it out there like, hey, I'm trying to get on stage. This is what I can talk about. And for those of you who are jumping back in, you're going to have to start from scratch. Sometimes it feels like you're starting over every year or two, because if you're still trying to build up your name, you're still trying to build up your credibility, you're going to have to put yourself out there when it comes to marketing yourself as a speaker. Now, I've been talking a lot. I've been talking way too much. Y'all got any questions for me so I can take a break? I need to take a water break. If you got any questions for me, seriously, for those of you on Instagram, put them in the comment box, or just say hello. Say hello, hey. For those of you on YouTube, let me know if you have any questions. If you don't have any questions, that's okay. I'll be here tomorrow morning. I don't know what we're talking about. And what I'll do in the meantime, I'll take a commercial break for those of you who are just coming in. So this show, Travel the World as a Speaker, is presented to you by iFind You Clothes, where it is my company, where we actually go out and research. We do that little hard work of going and researching, finding these speaking engagements for you. And we deliver them to you through a monthly subscription. So if you are interested in that, all you have to do is go to ifindyouclothes.com. And you can go see what we're about, see if we are a good match for you. And also, if you are wanting to get a free customized assessment on whether or not you can attract high paid speaking engagements, go to that same website. And at the very top of the page, it's going to tell you what to do. It's going to say, start your assessment. Start the assessment. So for those of you on YouTube, I'm showing you what it looks like. So all you got to do is go to ifindyouclothes.com. You can get your free customized assessment. I'm going to look at all of your assets and just let you know what you need to do in a personalized way for you to get out there so that you can start leveraging speaking to travel, leveraging speaking to grow your business. Those are the two things that I mainly work on, is leveraging your speaking to travel, grow your business, or pretty much get whatever you want. Because that's what happened to me. I started leveraging speaking so that I could grow my business, and then realized I could do this to travel. Yay. So my friend Zakia here is ifindyouclothes.com. I can't type at the same. Can I type at the same time? I'm gonna try typing. I find you clothes. I'm actually typing this on. Okay, so here's the thing I've learned as I get older. I can't see anymore. Age, y'all. Age. Keep living. So ifindyouclothes.com. All you have to do is go there. And one of the things that I do when it comes to marketing myself as a speaker, one of the things is I really do want to travel. So I'm very bold. I'm very direct. in the way I search for gigs for myself is based on, I mean, of course, if people come to me and if it's a right fit, if the money's right, all that kind of stuff, I'll definitely do it. But when I go out and actively look for my own gigs, I base it on where I want to travel. That's why I got my little map. I look at where I want to go. I go and try to figure out if they got speaking gigs there. And that's what I do. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to bring into iFind You Close, where I will go and do all that research for you because I probably have already done it. I actually have a researcher, and what we do, we just tag team and we go out and just search everything. And my background, my research comes from being a computer scientist in the Navy. I have my master's in systems engineering, so I just know how to find things. I worked for the U.S. Navy for 11 and a half years, and I retired at 36. And then I started doing all this, and I was really missing traveling, so I needed a way to get a plane ticket. Literally, that is what I did. So we've talked about a lot. We've talked about a lot when it comes to marketing yourself. So I'm only giving you bits and pieces. I can't give you all the stuff because you won't be able to do all the stuff. So like I said, the first thing I want you to do is go and get your domain name. If you don't own it, go buy it. I highly recommend not using GoDaddy. Use dreamhost.com. Or somebody else. GoDaddy's a little interesting. But I highly recommend just go buy your domain. That doesn't mean you got to go buy a website. Just go and buy the domain. All right. And just own your name. So that way you can start pointing people where you want them to go. The second thing is start reaching out to your network. Start telling them that you want to speak. Telling them you want to be on stage. Tell them what you can talk about. Tell them who you're trying to serve. That's the first step, because that little piece right there, that's how you will continuously get booked from this point on. It's all about referrals. It really is about referrals. And it's not about who you know. It's about who knows you. And if they don't know anything about you, they won't be able to refer you. They won't be able to tell people that you're an amazing speaker. So that's why you got to keep marketing yourself to all these folks and reminding them what you do and who you serve and what you are about. My little anecdote for 2020, I had a very, not that I had a slow year speaking. I had a year where I needed to step back and really take care of my mental space. But because of all the work that I had done over the years, getting out there, researching, finding gigs, pitching, meeting people, making friends, they were all able to call me when everything shut down. I still ended the year, and I wasn't trying to speak. I really was like, I'm going to go hide in the basement for the rest of the year. But I ended up with 24 speaking engagements, and I was able to land two, actually. I got my third one this week. 2 different contracts with travel companies to create travel content. And that was literally all from just being able to eloquently say what I do and who I serve from the years back. Because you'd be surprised, somebody will see you speak and then they'll come with some money later on, or want something from you later on. So that's why I say this is so important, to make sure your network really understands what you do and that you are out there. That's going to be the biggest key to all of this, because landing speaking gigs is not just having the website. It's a little bit of having people know who you are so they can come to you. And the rest is all of you generating it. So that's why iFind You Close exists, to help the leads come to you, because this is very time consuming. And that's why I say you should have fun while you're doing it. You really should have some fun. But that's my little anecdote about why I think it's so important to market inside of your network, even to your family, to let them know what you do. You'd be surprised who your family knows. They just didn't know how to talk about you because they just don't know what you do. I know everybody's family like that. That's why my mom still sends me money. I don't understand. Yeah, she still sends me money because I think she thinks I'm not eating or something. But okay, we gotta love your mom. But so that's so make sure you start marketing to your network and just get creative. If you don't have the website and everything right now, that's okay. That's okay. Get those testimonials. Get the testimonials. If you don't have a client base, get your friends and family to give you a testimonial. They owe you. You have cooked them food. They owe you. Put them on camera. You know, they don't have to lie, but they know if you're good at what you do. You know, get some testimonials and start using those to leverage them. You know, Zakia's laughing. To leverage them to show your credibility. That's all I want you to do when it comes to marketing yourself as a speaker. Now, every Friday, we're going to come in and talk about the marketing aspect of speaking. So don't worry, you didn't miss anything. We're going to talk about this again. We're going to be doing this live. I've committed to a year. I've committed to a year of going live. I've done this before, and it's absolutely nuts. But I'm going to do it because I want you to get into my little world. So make sure when you get a chance, go over to ifindyouclose.com/YouTube and subscribe to our channel so that you can see what's coming up. Because tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about something really good as soon as I know what that is. Hold on. I suck. All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to make money as a speaker. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. I'm serious. We're going to talk about how to make money as a speaker. And you're probably like, okay, this is obvious. I speak, you pay. Nope. You can make a whole lot more money just outside of not speaking. So we're going to talk about how to make money as a speaker. So on the weekends, we're going to come to you 12 p.m. Eastern time because, yeah, I don't want to do this in the evening on the weekends. And on Sunday, we're going to talk about how to leverage introductions. Ooh. We're going to talk about leveraging introductions. So just a little bit of a tease of what we're going to talk about on Sunday, what we talked about tonight. All right. So we're going to take off. I'm going to, for all my folks here on YouTube, just hang on. I'm going to sign off on Instagram. So my folks on Instagram, you know, share this out to a friend who needs to get off the sofa and get to speaking, because 2022, I'm telling you, people are going to have money and they're going to be willing to negotiate with you. So this is the year to just kind of get it together. Okay. So go to ifindyouclose.com. If you want that free assessment, go check that out. Otherwise, I will be here not bright, and it won't be early. I'll be here tomorrow. I appreciate you. If you have any more questions, put them down, and you can find this replay inside of IGTV. So Zakia, who else is over here? Zakia, Maya Elaine, Herdine, PETA, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Have an amazing evening. Don't party too hard. If you do, wear a mask. Wear that mask, girl. Take care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, for those of you over here in YouTube land, you know I appreciate you. So it looks like I have a long white tube sticking out from my shirt. I appreciate you for being here. And of course, we're going to be here tomorrow talking about how to make money as a speaker. So go ahead and subscribe, go to our channel and hit that reminder so that you don't miss anything. Because, I mean, seriously, would you want to miss this? No, you probably do. That's probably why you're not subscribing. But I appreciate you anyway, just for watching. So take care of yourself. Stay healthy. If you need anything, put it in the comment box. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.